Alright, this is factoring out a monomial. This is our final video. You'll notice that in this video you got more than one variable, and you also have 3 different factors you got to factor out. So looking at this one right here, we've got a 28, a 24, and a 4. And so what we're going to have to do is figure out what they have in common. They have a 4 in common. So taking out the 4, so we're going to take out a 4 out of all of these. Now notice they all have x's, but the exponents are all different. So we got to figure out the smallest one, take out that one. So we have an 8, a 6, and a 5, so we're going to take out the 5. So we're going to take out x to the 5th. And then the last thing you're going to take out is the y. So they all have y's, so we're going to take out a y for sure. This one has 5, this one is to the first power since it's by itself, and then also first power on this one right here. So we're going to be taking out 4x to the 5th, y to the 1st out of each of these. So we're taking out 4 here, so 28 divided by 4 gives you 7. And then taking out 8, taking 5 away from the 8, it leaves you with x cubed now. And then taking 1y away from the 5 gives you y to the 4th. And you're going to subtract, of course, because it says subtraction, and then take out 4 away from the 24 gives you 6. Taking out 5 from the x gives you just an x by itself, and then taking out a y from the y leaves you with no y's here. And add, and then taking out a 4, x to the 5th and y to the 1st is exactly what you have here. So if you're taking out the same thing, that means you must at least put a placeholder of 1. And there's your factor. Now moving over here, something a little bit longer, but there's only one variable. So looking here, you've got 39, 26, 13, and 13 all have p's. So looking at the p's, 10th power, 9th power, 7th power, and of course cubed. Cubed being our smallest, which is the one we're going to work with. Now, what do 39, 26, 13, and 13 have in common? Well, they all get factored out by 13. So we're going to take a 13 out of them. So taking out 13, and of course since p to the 3rd is the smallest and they all have p, we're going to take out p to the 3rd. So 39 divided by 13 gives you 3, and then taking 3 away from this 10 leaves you with p to the 7th. Subtract, and then 26 divided by 13 gives you 2. P to the 9th, take away p cubed, leaves you with p to the 6th. And then subtract, 13 divided by 13 leaves you with 1. And now we see if the p's cancel, they do not. So we have p to the 7th, p to the 3rd, which leaves you with the placeholder p to the 4th. And then now we're going to subtract, and since this p cubed and this p cubed with the 13 all cancel out, it's the same like it was over there. And in previous problems, you must have a placeholder, so that placeholder must be 1. So 13p cubed times 1 leaves you with 13p cubed whenever you solve it back out.